All right. Story number three. All right, so, there's all this talk with like the big three this year. There's been a lot of big three talk. You're right. I guess for most people going into this year, the big three was Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. That was the big three. And I think that had a lot to do with the lyrical prowess of those three artists. I think it had a lot to do with the success those artists were having on the charts throughout their career. How, in one way or the other, each of those artists, whenever they release something, it really, truly is an event. It's an event whenever any of those three drop. And we get into this battle. This battle starts. We get into this conversation. And that big three became Big Me. Big Kendrick Lamar. 1 second applause for Kendrick Lamar. And then since then, with the way things have played out, with J. Cole wishy-washiness, here's a diss track, my bad. There's no diss track. Kendrick is amazing. I'll take it on the chin 5 months later. I love you too, Aubrey. With all of those, the wishy-washiness coming out of J. Cole, which is still so crazy to me. I can't believe it. J. Cole career has come to this. Nevertheless, regardless of his intentions, in my opinion, J. Cole's spot as the number three in the big three has been in question since his Dreamville apology, in my opinion. Not to discredit his whole catalog, but if you start forcing me to really think more about his catalog or the things he's offered, I'm not even sure if his catalog is better than Tyler, the Creator's. All things considered, the last three Tyler, the Creator albums have been wildly impressive. Wildly impressive, right? I mean, Flower Boy, I love that. I love Flower Boy. Flower Boy is an incredible, incredible album. Musically, it's adventurous. He's rapping really good, but the songwriting's at a super high level. He's producing. He produces his own work. Incredible producer. If you're forcing me to choose between J. Cole and Tyler, the Creator on the production tip, I'm taking Tyler, the Creator every day. Okay? I'm taking Tyler every day on the production tip. Igor, another incredible album. Call Me When You Get Lost, the DJ Drama hosted project that is probably his best rapping performance. Tyler is rapping. His ciphers, when he goes on radio shows and his freestyles, always shows out. Okay? I think you can make a real debate between Tyler and J. Cole. Now, a lot of this stuff comes down to preference, but I can tell you one thing. If Tyler found himself in the middle of a rap battle, he's not going to be apologizing on stage, and he's not going to be hugging it out with his bro 5 months later on some rap stuff, okay? Over a rap beef. Right? So I have Tyler as my number three. And it wasn't even really just because of this battle. Truthfully, it's not, right? I did my Go piece on Tyler maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And going through that process, I mean, he went on a 3-album run in the second half of his career. Most artists run in their best work, generally speaking, is at the beginning of their career. Tyler keeps getting better. He keeps getting better. And Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me When You Get Lost is an amazing run. Amazing run. Right? So here's the news. Here's the news on Tyler. I'm very excited about this. Tyler has announced a new album coming on October 28th. Now, that's a Monday. Here's the TMZ hip-hop story. Tyler, the Creator, is bucking the system and dropping his next album on his own terms. His new album, Chromakopia, is coming out at the top of the week as opposed to the music industry's generic Friday release dates. The Grammy Award-winning rap star popped the lid off his first single, Saint Chroma, and new merch line Thursday, showcasing a Dr. Doomish masked Tyler leading a legion of cloaked soldiers through a dystopian wasteland he warbles bars on a grungy beat. I think this is probably the cover art. This looks like the cover art. What's it say? All songs written, produced, and arranged by Tyler Okanma. I mean, look at the level of talent. All songs written, produced, and arranged. I mean, Tyler's just incredible talent. That's the cover art. Tyler donned the same mask for the Chromakopia album cover, which he revealed would be coming on Monday, October 28th. You get the entire week to enjoy the album. His art has a reputation for going the extra mile, even as the young leader of Odd Future. If you recall his Camp Flognaw interview with Nardwuar around that time last year, he frowned down on silly rapper interviews. Tyler feels Friday release dates at midnight of all times have caused audiences to listen passively to new projects at parties. Now, we have a clip of that. So, yeah, just take a look at his reasoning for dropping on Monday.
I think we should put music out again on Tuesdays instead of Fridays for some reasons. What do y'all think? So my reasoning is, I know people think because of the weekend they could listen to stuff and streams go up, and the streaming people are like, oh, streams go up on the weekend, but I think it's a lot of passive listening at parties, or people get the time to go to the gym, so they're not really listening. And people on the weekends, they want to chill and just hang out, so they're not really listening. But
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, you really do think about just people's human behavior patterns, like the weekends. Sure, I'm sure there's a spike in terms of volume. People are, oh, what dropped? Let's go check it out. But that's when you're getting all the stuff done that you wanted to get done during the week when you didn't have to when you had to go to work or you had to go to school. That's when you were doing all that listening, like all the stuff that you were trying to do would rather do during work or school. The weekend is your chance to not do those things. So I see where he's coming from.
I think if you put it out during the week, man, that commute to work or that commute to school, just whatever that is, you really have that hour or 30 minutes in it to really dive in and really listen. Because, once that's over, you got to get to work,
That's a great point too, right? That's why I talk about things in terms of the 5-tool album, right? I look at a song or an album based on how dope it is, whether you can clean your house to it, can you smoke and ride to it, can you just ride to it, can you downshift into Mac mode, get some belly smacking on to it? I mean, can you work? Does it work in the gym? Does it work in the gym? That's a big one too. I mean, these are very focused places, generally speaking, right? When I'm cleaning the house and I'm listening to an album, I'm just focused on what I'm cleaning and the music. If I'm driving somewhere, I'm focused on the music more than anything else. If I'm in the gym, these are all focused listening places. So he makes a good point. When people are on their way, on their commutes, that's a lot of time that they have to really focus on what an album's doing, as opposed to the weekend, where obviously all those things can still happen and all those different elements of life are at play. But I see where Tyler is coming from, because you're also trying to squeeze in all the things you couldn't do because you had to go to work or go to school during the week.
And I think when that time is shorter, kind of like procrastination, you get more done, even with listening. And to work on an album for so long and put so much energy to it, and for it to be released at midnight, and I'm talking about America because this is where for it to be released at midnight just seems so disrespectful. Like, people are asleep on the East Coast for the most part, and people are going to sleep on the West, and that's when you decide to release music. Like, I think it coming out in the morning would just make more sense. But that's just me personally. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that. You could talk just so I don't feel crazy if it's a dumb idea, but I don't know, man. I just really love music.
I'm with Tyler. I'm with Tyler on that. And I understand why they made the shift, but it'll be interesting to see how well his album does coming out that Monday. Because Tyler's one of those artists who really does. I actually put Tyler in the event category. I officially put him in the event category for drops. I mean, and I mean it when I say he's earned that number 3 spot, in my opinion. I mean, if you look at this, if you really compare Tyler, the Creator, to J. Cole, in my opinion, it comes down to preference, right? Because ultimately, I can understand the argument of people saying J. Cole is a better rapper than Tyler, right? But Tyler's a better producer than J. Cole. They both have festivals, and both of them have. I mean, I personally think Tyler's catalog is better than J. Cole's, right? But Tyler's 3-album run has come at the end of his career, and I don't know. You guys tell me, is Cole's first album was a Sideline Story, Born Sinner, Forest Hills Drive? I'd imagine that's probably his better run to a lot of people. Then you got For Your Eyes Only, KOD, and the one with Put an M on Your Head Like Luigi Brother Now, Might Delete Later. I'm not sure where the 3 albums live. I'm not even sure if he's had a really solid 3-album run. I think he's got 3 albums that are great, but I don't know if he's had a great 3-album run yet. I don't know. Maybe that's the discussion between Tyler and J. Cole, but I feel like pretty much everything J. Cole has done, Tyler is done. Except maybe a #1 song. I don't think Tyler has a #1 song. I'd have to look that up. But let me know what you guys think. I'm excited about the new Tyler, the Creator album. Are you guys? Let me know. And let me know if you think Tyler, who deserves the #3 spot, Tyler or J. Cole. My name is Justin Hunt. Like, subscribe to the channel. Follow @The Company Man on everything. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views, it's radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.